This video is brought to you by Epica Immigration, a leading immigration consultancy firm based in Singapore. If you need assistance with your permanent residency and citizenship applications, our contact details are provided on this slide. Feel free to reach out to us if you're interested. Also, please note that any advice given in this video should be considered as general guidelines only. For more in-depth details and personalized assistance, we encourage you to contact us at Epica Immigration directly. Nowadays, many people hire consulting companies to help them prepare their PR or citizenship applications. In this presentation, we'll walk you through 9 key criteria to evaluate a service provider. This will make it easier for you to decide if a service provider is worth engaging. Firstly, you should check the website and the knowledge articles it offers. Many smaller companies often have very limited websites with just 8 or 10 pages, including basic sections like About Us, Contact Us, and pricing information. They typically lack a comprehensive knowledge section where various informative articles are available. Secondly, let's discuss transparent pricing. This point refers to how openly a company shares its pricing information. Do they display their prices clearly on the website, or do they only tell you the cost after assessing your case? If there's any secrecy about pricing, it's better to avoid such a consultant. Thirdly, let's talk about reasonable pricing. This point relates to how fair the prices are. Essentially, we're asking, what is the service provider charging? If the price is too high, it's better to avoid that provider. Many companies in this sector use opportunistic pricing. For instance, if you're an S-Pass holder with a lower salary, you might be charged $2,000. But if you're a high-level executive at a well-known company, the same service might cost you $6,000. This practice is common. However, we believe that charges should not depend on your income. Instead, they should be based on the services provided. Next, let's discuss unrealistic claims. If a service provider is making unrealistic claims, like having a 95% or 99% success rate, it's a clear red flag. It's better to be cautious with such providers because a company making false claims to promote their business is not one you want to rely on for your application. Now, let's talk about the contact telephone number. It's important to check what kind of contact number is provided on the service provider's website. Is it a mobile number or a landline number? A mobile number often indicates a very small operation, as it can only be used by one person and cannot be expanded using a PBX system. If it's a 1- or 2-person operation, you need to consider if it's really worth engaging their services. After that, let's consider the office address and space. It might be worthwhile to visit the service provider's office or meet them for a discussion. When you visit, observe the office and its surroundings to gauge the scale of the company's operations. If the office is lavish but it's a serviced office, it doesn't add much value because many companies in this sector just use address services and rent meeting rooms as needed for client meetings. What you're actually looking for is a dedicated setup. Even if the office is smaller, it's better if it's entirely occupied by the service provider. Now let's assess the knowledge of the firm. Try to find ways to gauge the expertise and background of the firm or its founders in the immigration field. There is no strict method for this, but you can start by looking at knowledge articles on their website or on the internet. Additionally, check if the service provider has a YouTube channel like we do. Generally, go through their content to determine if they genuinely possess expertise or if they are just newcomers trying to build a business somehow. Next is your interaction with the consultant during the consultation session. Pay attention to how frank, straightforward, and clear the consultant is. Are they willing to openly share information about their packages and services? Or are they more interested in knowing how much you earn so they can determine how much to charge you? If it is the latter, it is a no-brainer. You should stay away from such a service provider. Lastly, consider Google and social media reviews. Another thing to check is the reviews on Google and social media for a specific company. However, you need to be cautious because sometimes companies manage their own reviews by paying people to post positive reviews on their Google My Business page. So, if you see a significantly high number of reviews with very high ratings, it's something to question and investigate further. It might be too good to be true. In summary, these are the 9 important points to consider before making a decision.